The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. Gets it out to the 44, and he's out of bounds, and now this offense has spectacular field position. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the left. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Missouri! The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
His coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Got enough for the first. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the ground with the back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll give it to him again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Here he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll keep it himself. Runs for the tackle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Hit right back to the line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunky.
There he goes. The 30. The 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Man, oh man, contact was optional. It was like the back was engaging in a lot of social distancing or something.
Yeah, that was way too easy. Defenses is about funneling the ball to the unblocked defender. You could tell they didn't have a clue what was going on. They got to get the ball turned. You can't let them run.
The sneak scores it.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Got room at the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
To the ground. He's got it again. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one.
Tons of room in the middle. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. That was about as exciting a first quarter as you could possibly have. Numbers are impressive as we look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Travis. And they'll knock him down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Now on the option. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Got a little space. It's a seam wide open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Pitt pushing the pace.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion. And now, he's got some space. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got his man downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. TCU has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have it. They are trailing by 14 to South Carolina. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Panthers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game. And they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room. And finally, they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that sack.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. They want to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Basic connection. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you could tell they pulled the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Chase. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Hit right back to the line. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to...
Intercepted, a can swing momentum. Flying out to the left. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to throw on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass. Time to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Pitt pushing the pace.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. And they were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive and you fail, now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Missouri!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacks on the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are fun.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Moving out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. That is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Complete to start this drive. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Finds his tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Hit right back to the line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Catch in the middle, it's Travis. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for a pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back him off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding him? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first down and once more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Tigers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes.
Trying to get behind the defense. Brings it down on the right side. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Still looking on the move. Going right and going deep. It's caught downfield. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. corners showing press. They want to be physical here.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to the ground with the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down play from the gun. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Pitt. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect.
The kick is good. That makes the score Missouri 52.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down.
29 Philly.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Arizona State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it. This one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The play action fake. He wants a big play here late. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He'll pull it on the read. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving